Well, I think they're denying two things, aren't they, Barnaby? I mean, you've got, first, the government doubling down on green energy while saying we're going to cut the cost of living. I think there's a real tension there that they're ignoring because bills are increasing and obviously the tax subsidies and whatever and the grants, they're increasing. But on the other hand, they're ignoring what seems to me a real revolting country, Australia, including in a marginal Labor seats off the Hunter, for instance, the Hunter Valley, against wind farms. And here's Chalmers saying he wants more and faster.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were going to swap to Chalmers. They don't realise what they're doing to their own electoral chances. Whether it's Patterson, whether it's Hunter, whether it's Whitlam, whether it's Gilmore, whether it's DeBell, whether it's Eden Monero, these are Labor seats along the coast. And I tell you, these people are massively unhappy. I've got one on Facebook. There's literally thousands of people there saying, bugger off Bowen, the wind farms are going. Now, I don't think that's the sort of people who are going to vote for you, Minister Bowen, or, by the way, Mr Albanese, or, by the way, Treasurer Chalmers. And in our area, we're being dispossessed of our lands, transmission lines running all over it, the whole place becoming an industrial filth. These are not wind farms. Farms grow potatoes, they grow sheep, they grow cattle, they grow carrots. These are imported from China and basically deliver inefficient power. That's what they are. They are wind factories, not wind farms. And this is the new movement. It's happening across the world. And people are getting very, very angry with the idealism completely swamping out their premier rights of private property and their premier rights of cheap power.
I think wind factories is more accurate than wind farms. Barnaby Joyce, I've been stunned by the Albanese government throwing Israel under the bus again and again. It's war against Hamas, the terrorist group that actually runs Gaza. Now, Foreign Minister Penny Wong, I think, is now the worst, and she was at it again today. Here she is.
I again reiterate Australia's call for humanitarian pauses on hostilities. The international community will not accept ongoing civilian deaths.
Now, Barnaby Joyce, a pause now in the fighting with Israeli troops in Gaza exposed out there in Hamas territory means that Israel stops shooting, but Hamas clearly won't. They'll just use the pause to regroup and kill more Israeli soldiers. And Wong also saying no more civilian deaths means that Israel cannot fight Hamas at all because Hamas uses civilians very deliberately as human shields. So how do you see the government's handling of all this?
Well, over this conference, Anne Hirsi-Ali, I mean, she was really cuts through and basically says, you've got to understand Hamas does not respect human life. It is a terrorist organisation. It doesn't respect the rights, as we see it, of women, the equality. It's quite happy to position themselves in such a form as to make hospitals targets, to use human shields. And when you start saying, well, we want you all to settle down, well, Hamas started this. Just let's be unequivocal of that. And, they could show goodwill by releasing the hostages. But you've got no hope of having any sort of reign on Hamas whatsoever. So this is just a rhetorical flourish. We want you all to settle down. They're a terrorist organisation. Terrorist organisations don't work like that.
Absolutely. If Hamas wanted the war to end, it could surrender. How about that? How about unconditional surrender? We agree to leave, says Hamas, like the PLO did when they were in Lebanon. Barnaby Joyce, thank you so much indeed for your time. Really appreciate it.